Hello my precious friends, I really hope that you're doing great. Welcome to today's class. It's our 20th and last lesson on a given Form 3 mathematics topic called Commercial Arithmetics 2. So we are looking at our example 34, which is a past cases equation tested in 2014, paper 2, question number 19. It reads that the table below shows income tax rates for a certain year. So you're given the monthly income in Kenya shillings and of course the tax rates are in each shilling. Then of course it's given in percentage. So we are told that a tax relief of 1,162 Kenya shillings per month was allowed. In a certain month of that year, an employee's taxable income in the fifth band was 2,108 Kenya shillings. So part A of the question, they want us to calculate the employee's total taxable income in that particular month. So of course we are given the taxable income in the fifth band, and clearly we can see that the table given has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bands. So because we are given the taxable income in the fifth band, it simply means that the taxation occurred through all the given bands. Therefore, you're going to find the taxable income in each band. Then, of course, we add to get the total taxable income. So we start with the first band. So the taxable income in the first band will be 10,164. Then, of course, this one is in Kenya shillings. Then, of course, per month. To get the taxable income in the second band, this is what we're going to do. So in the second band, you're going to find the difference between these two. So we'll take 740. Then of course we less 10,164. So of course I'll borrow one here. So this will be 3. This is 10. This will be 6. This will be 6. 13 minus 6, that is 7. This will be 5. Then of course I'll have 9 and 0. Therefore, the taxable income in the second band was 95.76. So this is 95.76 Kenya shillings per month. We move to the third band. So to get the taxable income in the third band, we are going to subtract these two, the difference between these two, which will be 29,316 minus 19,740. So this will be 6. This is 2, carry 1. This is 7. Then of course this is 8. This is 12. This will give us 5. This is 1. This is 18 minus 9. That will be 9. Therefore, the taxable income in the third band was still 95.76. Then we move to the fourth band. We get the taxable income in the fourth band, whereby we're going to subtract these two. So this one and this. So I'll take 892. Then of course minus 29,316. So I'll borrow one. This is 8, 12. This will be 6. This will be 7. This will be 5. I'll borrow one. This is 2. 18 minus 9. That will be 9. So in the fourth band, we are still getting the taxable income being 95.76. Now remember, the fifth band is the last band, and we are already given the taxable income in the fifth band to be 21.08. Therefore, in the fifth band, we are told that the taxable income was 21.08. That was 21.08. Therefore, the question needs us to find the total taxable income in that particular month. Therefore, to get the total taxable income, so I'm gonna say that the total taxable income, will be given by, we are going to add all the taxable income for the individual bands. Therefore, we'll add this plus this plus this plus this plus this. Therefore, I'm going to add these two first. So I'll take 10,164. Then I'll add 2 at 2108. So this is 8, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So this will be 12 carry 1, this is 7, then this is 2, this is 2, then this is 1. Then from there, I'll multiply this one by, so we are having 1, 2, 3. So I'll take 95, 9576 multiplied by 3. So this is 18, carry 1. This is 21, 22, carry 2. So this is 22, carry 2. Then this is 15, 17, carry 1. This is 27, 28. Therefore, if I add it here, so I'm having 7, 28. Then of course 28. This will give me 10, carry 1. This is 10, carry 1. This is 10, carry 1. This is 11. 11 carry 1, then this will be 4. So it means that our total taxable income will be 41,000 shillings. Then remember, taxable income is always in the unit of the table. The table was in Kenya shillings per month. Therefore, the total taxable income was Kenya shillings 41,000 per month. Therefore, to get the total taxable income, you simply add the individual taxable incomes for the given slabs or the tax brackets or the tax bands. Remember, this can also be gotten this way. So you can also get it this way. Since we are already given the taxable income for the last band, which is the 5th band, this band here. Remember, whenever we want to find the taxable income in the last band, which happens to be our 5th band in this particular case, we usually take the total taxable income, then we subtract the amount that is coming immediately before the last band, which in this case is 38,892. Then of course this should be equal to the taxable income in the 5th band. We are told that the taxable income in the 5th band was 2108. Therefore, to get the total taxable income, I'm going to take this one to the other side, which will become a positive. So I'll have 2108, then of course plus 38,892. Therefore, the total taxable income, will be given by, so I'll take 2108. Then of course I want to add it to the 38. So let me start with 38,892. Then I'm adding 8, 0. Then of course 1, 2. So I perform the addition. This will be 10 carry 1. This is 10 carry 1. This is 10 carry 1. This is 11 carry 1. Then of course this will be 4. So you can see our total taxable income will still be Kenya shillings 41,000. Then of course this is shillings per month. So you can either use the first approach or you use the second approach. So total taxable income minus the previous amount in the tax slab, that which was in the 4th slab, which was 38,892, should give us the taxable income in the 5th band, which we were given as 2108. Then of course the taxable income, you're going to add the 2, which will be 41,000 Kenya shillings per month. So you can use either the first approach or the second approach. B, we are told to calculate that is the tax payable by this particular employee in that month. Remember, another term for tax payable, it is also called the tax paid, the tax that was paid, or we can also call it the net tax. It is also called the net tax. Another term is the payee. So the tax payable, net tax, or the tax paid, it simply means the same thing. But we know that you cannot get the payee or the net tax without getting the gross tax. Therefore, our first step is to compute the gross tax. To get the gross tax, you're going to perform the taxation. So the first band, the taxable income was 10,164. Then you're going to multiply with the tax rate in the first band is 10%. So multiply by 10 over 100. So this will give us, remember, the amount that we get here is usually will be in the values of the table, since the process of changing does not interfere with our units. So the table was in Kenya shillings per month. So this must be in Kenya shillings per month. So you feed this on the calculator, 10,164 times 10 over 100. Your calculator will give you 1,016 shillings and 40 cents. We move to the second band, or the second bracket, or the second slab, whereby we'll get the difference between these two. So 19,740 minus 10,164, we had already computed it in this step, whereby we had gotten 95.76. So this is 95.76. Then of course multiplied by the tax rate here is 15%. So times 15 over 100. You feed this on your calculator. Your calculator should be able to give you 1,436 and 40 cents. We move to the third band, or the third bracket, or the third slab. We had already subtracted. In the third slab, the difference was still 95.76. So I'll just take 95.76 multiplied by the tax rate is 20%. So 20 over 100. You feed this on your calculator. Your calculator should be able to give you 1,915 and 20 cents. Then we move to the fourth band, or the fourth slab. In the fourth slab, the difference was still 95.76. So I'll have 95.76 multiplied by the fourth band. The tax rate is 25%. So times 25 over 100, which when you feed on your calculator, you'll get 23.94. 23.94. Then we also have the fifth band. Now in the fifth band, of course, we were given the taxable income, which was 2108. So we'll have 2108. Then of course, multiplied by the tax rate is 30%. So times 30 over 100. You feed this on your calculator. Your calculator will give you 632 and 40 cents. 632 and 40 cents. Remember, the first amount can also be gotten by taking the taxable income minus 38,892 minus 38,892. Since we already have the taxable income, which was 41,000 shillings, it means that we are taking 41,000 shillings minus 38,892. You find the difference between these two. Of course, this will be 0. This is 9, 9, 10. So this is going to give us 8. Then of course this will be 0. This will be 1. This is 3, carry 1. This will be 2. So you can see we are still getting the 2108, which is the same amount that we were given on the question. Therefore, once we have all those values, it means that we can now easily get what we call the gross tax. So we can get our gross tax, also called the total tax. The gross tax or the total tax will be given by, so to get the gross tax, you feed this amount on the calculator. You take 10.16 and 40 cents plus 14.36 and 40 cents plus 19.15 and 20 cents plus 23.94 plus 6.32 and 40 cents. So you add these amounts on your calculator. Your calculator should be able to give you a total of 7,394 and 40 cents. Then of course this was in Kenya shillings per month. Therefore this is Kenya shillings, then of course per month. So that is our gross tax. But the question wants the tax payable, which is simply the payee or the net tax. So for us to get the payee, we simply need to have the gross tax, then we less the total relief. So we know that the tax payable, also called the net tax, or simply put, the payee, whenever it is expressed per month, will be given by the gross tax or the total tax minus a total relief, minus the total relief. Of course, in this particular question, we are only given one relief. Therefore, our total relief will just be the relief provided in the question. So we are given a tax relief, which was equivalent to that is 1164. Therefore, it means that the tax payable, the tax payable, which is simply the net tax, or simply put the payee will be equal to the gross tax, which we have gotten as 7,394 and 40 cents. So this is 394 and 40 cents minus our tax relief, which was 1162. You are given as 1162. So you feed this on your calculator, 73.94 and 47 cents minus 1162. Your calculator should be able to give you Kenya shillings of 6,232 and 40 cents. Therefore, the payee or the tax payable will be equal to Kenya shillings 6,232 and 40 cents. Then of course this is shillings per month, since our table was in a monthly, then of course in Kenya shillings. Then we move to part C of the question, whereby we are being told that the employee's income included a house allowance of 15,000 per month. Then the employee contributed 5% of his basic salary to a cooperative society. Calculate the employee's net pay for that particular month. So we first of all need to get this cooperative society contribution, which was 5% of the basic salary. So this implies that we need to have the basic salary. Of course, the formula connecting the two is the formula for the taxable income. So we know that taxable income is given by, we take the basic salary, then of course plus the taxable allowances, in this case, plus the taxable allowances. So which will be equal to our taxable income. We had already gotten it in the first part. So our taxable income was 41,000 Kenya shillings per month. So this is 41,000 Kenya shillings per month, which should give us the basic salary, then of course plus the taxable allowance given is only the house allowance, which is Kenya shillings 15,000, then of course per month. So this simply means that our basic salary, the basic salary will be equal to, we'll take the taxable income, which is 41,000 Kenya shillings per month, then we less the house allowance of 15,000 shillings per month. So 41,000 minus 15,000, your calculator will give you a total of 26,000 shillings per month. Therefore, this is our basic salary. So it means that the contribution towards the cooperative society was as follows. Therefore, it means that the cooperative society contribution, it was 5% of the basic salary. So this is 5% of the basic salary, which is 26,000 Kenya shillings per month. So this will be equal to, of course, the two zeros will cancel out. 5 times 260, your calculator should be able to give you 1,300 shillings per month. So remember that this was a contribution, therefore it means that it was a part of the deduction. The question wanted the net pay. So of course net pay, we must have the taxable income, then of course we less the total deductions. Of course we already have the taxable income, therefore what we are missing is the total deductions. So we are going to say that total deductions, will be given by, the first deduction is always the payee, also called the net tax. In this question, we are also calling it the tax payable, So of course, plus other deductions, the payee plus other deductions, which will be equal to the total deductions. Will be equal to, remember we already have our payee, we've already gotten it here. It was 62.32 and 40 cents. So we have 62.32 and 40 cents. Then plus other deductions. Of course, the other deduction that we are given is the cooperative society deduction, which was being contributed. So we have 1,300 shillings per month. You add those two, you'll get a total of Kenya shillings 62.32 and 40 cents plus 1,300. Your calculator will give you a total of 7,532 and 40 cents. Then of course this is per month. Once we have the total deductions, we can now get our net pay. The net pay will be equal to the taxable income. Then of course we are going to less total deductions, which will be equal to the taxable income. We already have it. We had already gotten it in the first part, which was 41,000 shillings per month. So this is Kenya shillings 41,000 per month minus total deductions. We are having Kenya shillings 7,532 and 40 cents. Then of course per month. You find the difference between these two. Your calculator will give you 33,467 shillings and 60 cents. Then of course this is per month. Therefore, this was the employee's net pay. Of course, it is monthly. So this is net monthly pay because it is in shillings per month. Therefore, this was our last lesson on taxation. It means that in the next lesson, we'll be looking at a different topic. Thank you very much for accompanying me until the end of this particular lesson. I do not take it for granted. In case you're new to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you'll get notified. Until next time, this is Kind Tuition Academy. Thank you very much.